Look, this is something that should not be seen from within the prism of law. It is a great disservice to the practice of law to start looking at this as an issue of protective bail, transit bail, and precedent, and whether Sharjeel Memon got it or whether someone else got it, and what Asim Hussain was given and denied. You have to look at from the lens of politics. And unfortunately, whenever politics and the judiciary have collided, the singular victim, there have been many victims. Nawaz Sharif has been a victim, and today he's a beneficiary. Zardari has been a victim, later beneficiary. Imran Khan has been a beneficiary, now victim. But whenever these have collided, you have received one common truth, and that is that the rule of law becomes weak. The way Nawaz Sharif was put into jail was extraordinary. A hurried trial, a judge who admitted influence. The way he was left in jail, by his appeals not being heard in a timely fashion, by technicalities being relied upon to not give him a right of a hearing, all of this deprived us of the rule of law. It weakened the rule of law. The way he was sprung from jail on the basis that he needs treatment, as if thousands of other prisoners in Pakistan don't, that also weakened the rule of law. And the way that he is now coming back and being created an exception for, which we excuse by saying it's happened once or twice before. This is also weakening the rule of law. And as long as Pakistan keeps creating these judicio-political exceptions for people, or situations, circumstances exist where people can question decisions not on the basis of the law, but on the basis of politics and power, we will continue to regress into a more arbitrary society where power and de facto power and the lack of power determines where you stand, rather than a social contract or a constitution or the rule of law or rule by people. And it's not that we're regressing from a very high touchstone in the first place. We aren't very high up on this ladder in any case. But with this, the judiciary, this chapter that the judiciary opened post-Panama in 2016-17, when it decided to ally with the forces that are omnipresent in our politics, and the way the judiciary had to turn tables upon itself and it had to tie its logic into knots to create rules and then exceptions, and then try to get Nawaz Sharif disqualified by the same standard that it tried to save Imran Khan, and then disqualified Jahangir Tareen, and then come back and say it's all wrong in the case of Khwaja Asif. We're seeing a continuation here where bail's being denied to anyone who's accused by the NAB, to a point where hardship has to be proven, to a point where you're showing that you might die in jail because you have peculiar circumstances, to a point where NAB has been defanged completely, and then back to a point where, if for Nawaz Sharif really, they don't really want him, so let's not arrest him. This isn't really a conversation on law. It is a conversation on the confluence of power, politics, and the judiciary. And whenever that happens, we've seen that consistently it is the image of the law and the people whose job it is to provide us with justice. It is those people that suffer from the greatest credibility crises, and that's what's going to happen now.